From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offense.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So first and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Young. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Young on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Hubbard. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
From the end zone, here comes, and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Young on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. There he goes, left side. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And they need 2. Here's 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That is caught. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 3rd down gain of 19. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that is incomplete. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They run. It's Kamara. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Monday, down.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.T. Perry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Groupie able to add to PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now Young. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The Saints at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. From midfield, here's Carr. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be brought down right there at the 29-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. A point after, good by grouping. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Young now. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, Young. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Young to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively off. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. A first down throw for Young. They'll air one out deep for Mingo. And that is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Let's go. Get. Mega.
Now a first down throw for Young. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A second down throw for Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
They'll take over first and 10.
On the double. Drill, 52. Set.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Drill, 3.
They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
6:37.
Carr now on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Carr. Rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
93. It's 4th down.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
38.
1st down, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
Monday, down. Raider 2. 1, Raider 1. Get down, get down.
Carr going to throw. Going right back to Michael Thomas. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Carr able to locate his running back, Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the Panthers' 11-yard line.
A give to Kamara running right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. On the move to his left. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. He's got a full head of steam. And down to the 28-yard line. 88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And when you draw up the draw play, you want to draw it up like that, right?
Sometimes it takes some fortitude to call that play because if it doesn't work, it's a lot of angry people waiting in the hole for the runner. In this case, it broke free.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st down, Carr escapes the sack. Forced out to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Carr now on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill from 19 yards away. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.